Hey YouTube, welcome back to Universe X, and today we are here for another One Piece based video. We got another 8 cards to spoil from Romance Dawn, and yeah, I gotta say we got some bombs dropped on us. More multicolored leaders. We've also got two SERs, or I guess SECs. Depends on how they want to go about it. But yeah, it's a bonkers reveal video, so I do definitely want to get into it. At the beginning of this, I just want to say that if you haven't already, think about hitting that subscribe button, like the video, and hit those notifications so you don't miss a beat. We're gonna keep doing lots of One Piece content here. We're gonna branch out more into Digimon. We're gonna keep doing Dragon Ball Super. So it's really gonna be your like one-stop Bandai shop. You know what I mean? For TCGs. I'm gonna just put that out there right now. And we also got a Discord you can join in, have talks about pretty much everything in relation to this, as well as video games, as well as anime, as well as manga. There's just a whole bunch of stuff to do while you're in Universe X. So you can check out the description from that. Before we go over the cards, I want to give a shout out to Nami Piece TCG because they do all these translations super fast, and without them we wouldn't be able to have it. And last but not least, we have just Pro Play Games, because this is the #1 place in my opinion where you can get these pre-orders settled down for your starter decks and your booster packs Romance Dawn. And they're also going to be holding mad tournaments. You already know it. So yeah, use my link down in the description to see these cards with PPG. Now, we currently are going to put up the template and we're going to get into our first card here. We got Romance Dawn's Trafalgar Law Leader. He is a dual colored green, red. Yeah, they're not just stopping at 1. It's kind of crazy at this point. Activate main once per turn, 2. Place the designated number of Dawn cards in your area. If you control 5 characters, return one of your characters to your hand, then play one cost 5 or lower character with a different color as the return character from your hand. Now this is going to be amazing. This is going to be amazing because once again, it's flavorful. He's using the room technique with his, his like fruit, his Opi Opi Nomi. Now, this is actually just really crazy though, because there are going to be a lot of combos you can play off this. Will it be better than pure Red Rush Luffy? I don't know. That deck is pretty snapped, so maybe not, maybe so. Only time will tell. But like, just think of the plays that you can get off of this. You can have a green card, right, that untaps itself. Or a green card that you may want to protect. It really depends, but you could swing with it. It can untap because some of them have those effects. You can swing with it again, and then you could pay 2 Dawn to put it back to hand, and then play a Zoro from your hand. And the Zoro with Rush will be able to then swing immediately. You might have an effect that untaps him. Like, there are some really cool combo plays that I think you can do with this law, and it's gonna be interesting. Like, them introducing dual color so early is going to open up so many avenues of play that we can only begin to imagine. So yeah, if you're on tap doing some grinding, then you already know. This is just a huge part of preset testing to see the potential of these cards, But I think Law opens up a ton of possibilities, and I cannot wait to see if he's worth playing over some already established leaders like Kaido and Red Rush Luffy. So, on to the next card. We got Carrot. She's just a counter plus 1k, 3k trigger play this card. It's not like anything special going on. She's not even in her like super form. So it is what it is. She's just a filler card, but yeah, it's there. Next, we are moving on to another dual colored leader. Now this one's special to me because 1, I love Kaido, but 2, I think I was speaking about this like 3 One Piece videos ago, 2 or 3 One Piece videos ago, where I was like, hey yo, if they do another dual color leader, it's like Kaido makes a lot of sense here. Like, I see a lot of these blue cards looking like they could fit easily with some of these purple cards, and purple blue seems like the next logical color combination, and sure enough, here you go. So they spoiled this. You have Dawn X1 during your turn, once per turn. When one of your opponent's characters is KO'd, you can ramp one. You can add 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck and set it as active. That is going to be very cool, and he only has to have 1 Dawn attached to him for this effect to work. So I think that I think this actually really is a cool effect. you can, like, the deck has a whole bunch of KO in it, and now knowing that you can KO your opponent's battle cards, see, you know which game I already play. You can KO your opponent's characters and then ramp. That's just going to add more energy economy to Kaido, and the deck is already stacking and ramping Dawn. So I think that's really good. That's actually really, really cool. I like this effect a lot. Now, we need to definitely start diving into some of these colors, because I think that now with these dual colors really going off, we have such an opportunity to just dive in and make so many just combinations and choices. It's gonna be lit. Let's move over to the next card. We've got blue Caesar Clown, and this is actually like blue that would fit in with the Kaido deck. It's pretty cool because, I mean, we all know the relation between Smile Fruit and Kaido. But on KO, play one Smiley from your deck and then shuffle the deck. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Caesar Clown, yep, Scientist Punk Hazard, 5k, cost 4, counter plus 1k. Simple, straightforward. Next, we have got Monet, and she's 3k, 2 cost, counter plus 1. This is trigger play this card. Like, you know, there are cycles that happen. This is literally the same exact card as Carrot, but just in a different color because you need those in all the colors. Moving on to the next one, we've got Who's Who. Dawn X1, during your turn, as long as there are 8 or more Dawn cards on the field, this character gains plus 1,000 power, making him a 4k, but if you attach a Dawn to him just to have this effect, he's going to be a 5k that can go neutral with leaders. That's very, very good. Counter plus 1k, that's also very, very good. So, yeah. He's straightforward again. He's very straightforward, but he's simple in what he does, and that's what we needed to do. Now we get to dive into the big boys. Which are the secret rares for the set. Now, I will say first and foremost, when I put this first one on the board, its art is amazing. I very much so love the secret rare art for this Shanks. And on top of that, it looks like they're going the way of Digimon in the sense that you aren't limited how many times you can play a secret rare card. It's not an SCR, it's an SEC. And it just is more of a deck piece that happens to be at a higher rarity. Will this change the rates in the box? Probably so, because in Dragon Ball, you're looking at, out of every case, there being 2 secret rares in general. So that means out of every 12 boxes, 2 of them have these in there. Whereas in, you know, a Digimon box, each box is going to have, you know, 1 secret rare, 1 alt art, or maybe 2 alt arts, one of them being an alt art secret rare. So yeah, there's a whole lot to say about this, and that means that, you know, I'm going to look at the ratios, but it looks like these SCCs will be very, very much so more common than in Dragon Ball, much closer to Digimon. But yeah, we're going to look at Shanks in his full effect. 10,000 attack. That is a respectable number. 9 cost. Rush. This card can attack the turn it is played. When attacking, during this battle, your opponent cannot activate blocker of characters with 2,000 power or less. And lots of these blockers are built small so that, you know, they don't just sit here and survive every attack that goes through them. So you have to have a very, very, very meaty blocker in order to stop Shanks from swinging. And a lot of times when you play this card, Shanks will be an assured damage. Don't get it twisted. Tap your turn out of Dawn in exchange for getting a singular damage through. And then the best part about that is after you get that damage through, they have to deal with it. He's a 9 cost with 10,000 power. It's gonna be hard to remove this guy. You need a card that straight up says remove a character, and even so, how much is that card gonna cost? It might be your entire turn. Most cards have a cost limit, and Shanks is above that cost limit. So this guy is going to essentially tap out for an assured damage in most cases, and on top of tapping out for that assured damage, like, he's just one of those cards that's gonna be doing some weird things. If your opponent's at 1 life, and you play this card and swing and take them down to 0, their only options next turn are to kill you as an opponent or to kill Shanks and hopefully have all of your rest of your board dead too. Otherwise they die. So this is definitely a game ender. And I like his design because you don't really see yourself crowding your deck with this. If you open him up in the beginning of the game, you'll be holding on to him all game until you can use him. So this is still like a 2 of if you're trying to play this as your top end. Maybe even like maybe a 3 of if the flow changes a little bit. But yeah, you don't want to get caught with this in your hand too early. So I can see this guy being a solid 2 of. But he's very, very strong. His art looks amazing, and I cannot wait to see if I can pull him. God forbid he has an alt art that we can see too, but geez, this guy looks so good. Next, we're gonna move over to Yamato. Her art is not as good as Shanks in my opinion, but her effect is so strong. So the first thing you're gonna notice is that she is a 5 cost green. She also has counter 1k, 5k power, and that's you know, just half of Shanks, but it's her effect that's crazy. First off, this card's name is also treated as Kazuki Odin. That's flavorful, but I wonder if it's going to come into play at any point in the future. Her name being Kazuki Odin. Are we gonna get like a 9 scabbards kind of deal where, you know, Kazuki Odin cards can get buffed or something? Like, who knows? But that's an interesting thing. The important part is she has double attack. The damage this card deals becomes 2. Now, I don't like the fact they named double attack from just coming from a Dragon Ball player, because they just could have named it double strike, and yes, it feels like it's, you know, derivative of your other card game, but it doesn't like sound like it swings twice. It just sounds like, you know, but whatever. Double attacks, this card deals 2 damage instead of 1, and then banish. When this card deals damage, send the card to the trash instead. Also, trigger effects are not activated. What this is reading for you Dragon Ball players is double strike critical. And just hearing that, you understand exactly how devastating that can be. She only costs 5 too. If she comes down on the board and swings at you and it connects, if you put the dome necessary on her and swing and it connects, you are hitting your opponent for 2 of their life to just go to the trash. So powerful. So Yamato is crazy, and for her being this good, I can easily see this secret rare being a 4 of. It's just a mid-game, not even mid-game, this comes out on turn 3 for either deck. This is a boss card, but it's like a mid-tier boss card. It's gonna do a lot, but it's not overwhelming. There are ways to block it, but if it hits, it's going to be doing damage. Yamato is a beautiful card, but I hope she has an alt art like her doing like the Lightning Bagua, because she deserves it. Homegirl deserves it. This is a very good card, and both SCRs look freaking amazing. I cannot wait. So, I want to thank you guys for watching. Yeah, we're gonna dive into stuff. We're getting more and more of the set. We have almost all of the set, so I think it's gonna get started. It's gonna be time for me soon to start building these decks and really start going in on these effects and how to play. And I hope you guys can be along for that ride. So in the comments, now that we're getting closer and closer to the end of this set being spoiled, let me know in the comments if you think there are going to be more secret rares. Let me know if you think we're going to get like another 1 or 2 for this set. And also let me know which colors you'd like me to focus on first when I start doing like preliminary builds and stuff like that, maybe some untapped games. Last but not least, I normally give shout outs here to just, you know, people that subscribe, but currently we are still chilling at the same amount, so I'll do it another time we have more. And then the last thing I want to say is, if you want to support your boy in a great way, go over to UniXDB, where I play Dragon Ball Legends and Dragon Ball Dokkan Battle, and just do me a favor, subscribe there, because once that channel gets monetized, I'll be making a lot more money, and it'll be a lot easier for me to make cool videos that just revolve around all the things that you guys like seeing. Once I don't have to do the 9 to 6 with an hour commute on either side, I'll be in a position where I can make so many more videos about Dragon Ball, Digimon, One Piece, and all these things you guys like to watch. So thank you guys, thank you for the support, and I'll see you next time inside Join Universe X. Later.